right. You can also tweet at Nigeria Info Abuja using the hashtag What's Happening Abuja and hashtag Town Hall Meeting. So let's get in here. And the topic for discussion this morning is one that I'd really like us to contribute, because it's one I believe that it's one I believe it's a conversation that we really need to have. There's been, since the emergence of this administration, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu into power, and consequently the emergence of Nyesom Wike as a minister of the FCT, we must say that the nation's capital has experienced a massive upturn of infrastructural development across different phases of the capital city. There's no gainsaying about that. That's just the mere truth. You look at the capital city and you see a lot of projects that are being done. In fact, when the minister had the last media chat just last month, at the end of last month, one of the questions that was asked concerning other areas that some of these projects have not gone to, he said, "Don't worry, you go touch everybody." Yeah. I remember him saying that. He said, "Now, small by small, one after the other." There's this thing that Sahel used to say, "Nyendeba, nyendeba." Did I get that?
It was wicked as that.
I know. He borrows it. I know. Yeah. That's turn by turn.
Turn by turn. You give these people.
But ladies and gentlemen, this is where the question lies. These infrastructural developments. One, do you think that there has been commensurate attention to key human development projects, such as schools, such as health, such as priorities around major basic amenities, apart from good roads? Good roads are good, and I do not think anybody's ungrateful about them, but they've come with their own perks. The areas where the roads have been fixed, rents have gone up. Yeah. Rents have gone up, and people don't have money to pay these rents. So people are packing out. So they are not even there in those areas to enjoy the good roads anymore because they moved out from
rents are cheaper.
From Jahi. The person is now staying. And I mean, huge respect to areas like Suleja, Kaduna Road, Madala. Huge respect. But people have moved from Jahi to those areas just because, or to Massacre and the rest. Neighboring states. Are we looking at lopsided attention to only one aspect of development, and the one that really concerns human beings, you and I directly, we are seeing little or no attention in that regard? And that's the question this morning, Mazi, Destiny. Yeah. What do you think?
Good morning, Gabriel, and good morning, Abuja. Well, it's like 2 years of this administration. Mm-hmm. While I was trying to prepare for today's show, yes, there is hardship in the land, and it's across the country, you understand? But I think the reason why I don't want to focus, on the negatives, especially as it regards Nyesom Wike's administration. I'm a huge fan of his, and I have my reasons.
Okay.
We had somebody under Muhammadu Buhari as FCT minister for 7 years plus, going to 8 years. And we didn't see much activity. You understand what I'm saying? All these roads that Wike today, the ones he started, the ones that he picked up from wherever they left it, nothing stopped the previous guy, from doing something about them. But he chose, to do his own thing. Just wake up, go, and no one unnecessary drama, and they go back. But 8 years, and there was nothing to show. But Wike came, and we are talking about just 2 years. Since the creation of FCT, I don't know, the person who has had most impact should be Nasir El-Rufai.
Yeah.
Amazing guy. But in 2 years, if Wike could, go beyond, in fact, for me, His performance is way, way, way above even what Nasiri did as a FCT minister. So I must give it to him that in 2 years, somebody made an impact.
Yeah.
However, we talked about hardship. Yes, you mentioned the issue of rents going up. But remember, this is a two-way thing. Okay? If you have a land or a property in one of those areas, in fact, I know somebody who acquired a piece of land. I don't want to mention the location. For 30 million a few years back, or either 30 or 40 million. As soon as Mike created that particular road, you know how much they are offering that guy now? 300 million plus. As soon as they started construction, other people, we are not interested in buying his own property. They are now offering, they just came to ask you, I go pay you 300. The guy never say, no, na 400 of it. The guy said, I'm not selling just for that road. Now imagine, Gab, that you have a property in that place. I am just a tenant in that same environment.
Yeah.
When Wike took that road to that place, right? You are happy. My property has appreciated. I used to collect 1 million naira from Mazi Destiny as rent. Now, other houses, flats are taking 5 million. Oh, it's good business for me. Would you, my people say in my own language, if they put sugar for your mouth, you won't spit it out. So you see, you can never do anything to please everybody 100%. But we talk about doing something that will benefit everybody generally.
Yeah.
The hardship in the land, I do not think that we should blame the states. Governors, remember Wike is like the governor of FCT, right?
Yeah.
We'll blame them because it's federal government policies that created our hardship. The subsidy, it wasn't governors that removed the subsidy. It was the federal that did that. In fact, for me, one of the unpardonable sins that Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president committed was that statement he made that first day of his inauguration, subsidy is gone. I felt that statement was very reckless and premature because you didn't even wait to get to the office, study the books, then before you make pronouncement. You just got a microphone. Thank you for electing me.
Like,
subsidy is gone.
I've said it, drops mic.
Do you understand me? And he just did that thing and as soon as he made that statement, do you know filling stations, they're locked up. They stopped selling.
Of course.
They started adjusting.
I remember vividly.
You understand?
Yeah.
So are you going to blame governors or blame Wike for that? It was the federal that did that. If we also want to reduce the hardship and the suffering that people are going through as well, it's still going to come from there. Now, from next year, you heard that they are going to put another 15%, or they've started already because I think the
for import petroleum products.
That is also going to affect the cost of the fuel, the cost of transportation.
Yeah.
The same way I drove my car to this place, if the fuel I will burn from my place to this place is 2,000 naira by next year, or once this one starts, gets into effect, and maybe I might be spending additional 8,000 naira on that. So we are not going to blame governors or blame Wike them.
But
however, the reason why I'm patient with this administration is 2 years we've seen roads in town, even outside FCT as well.
Yeah.
There are so many places that is opening roads. Now, cost of houses, yes, they've gone high in the town. But there are other places where people bought land. But because there is no road to those places, have you gone to Apo recently?
Oh, yeah, I have.
When was the last time you experienced that heavy traffic? The first day I didn't even know. I just went to fix something in my car in Apoville. I called the guy. I didn't wait when I passed the particular landmark where I used to make my diversion. I had to call the guy, see where they show you which estate do they see. Stay there, man, I come pick you. I didn't know they've dualized the place. They've opened both roads.
Oh, they have.
No traffic.
I think all the way to Zuba.
Do you understand? Exactly. Now, there are so many other properties in that particular place, lands, estates in that area. They will start building. And many of them are not going to be as expensive as what we have in the town. So I think it's a bittersweet kind of experience. We are, yes, in this area, we are happy in some of the areas. However, since this year, there has been a lot of pressure on him for schools, for hospitals, and he promised that is the next phase, they are going to come in.
Yeah.
The reason why I say I'm not going to join anybody to hound him or to squeeze life out of him and say, this is 2 years, and we've seen this much. If indeed he keeps, even, I live in Kubwa. The Arab road that we've been shouting, but the last media chat, they asked him, I think it was Ogagbenga Arulegba, that asked, what of Arab Road? He said, no, don't worry, we are coming. Of course, if you know that particular place, there is a little issue in that Arab Road. If you get to that Liberty Junction, heading to Dantata Estate, there are still houses by the left if you are going. So I think that they need to settle those people. I don't know how they are going to do that for relocation. But from Arab Road, the road is already double. There is space. Now, for you to continue and cross and be heading to the Dantata, I'm not talking of right. Right will take you to rail station, but straight to connect to Dusia and the other ones. There are a few houses on the left, not much, like 5 or so, 6 houses on the left. They need to relocate those people because that is the space that the second lane will take. So I think that let's give him that time. They've called his attention to it. In fact, he said in one of the media chat, I think the 2 previous ones before the last, that they've already started renovating some schools. I am also calling on Abuja people not to start expecting him. I'm not saying if he does it is bad though, to fix our early year primary school, because that falls under the office of the area council chairman, which to me in this program have been consistent to say that they are practically useless to us. We've not felt anything. I don't know if you were in Abuja when they shut our school for 3 months.
Oh, of course,
nothing.
I mean, I just came in.
And they did nothing. But they had money to do so many other things that you can't say on air. And you didn't pay teachers. If you can't pay primary school teachers, who then will you pay? Some healthcare workers in the primary healthcare system, I think in Bagwalado or one of those areas, they are threatening to go on strike. I don't know if they've been settled. You don't pay. These are the people who will affect. For me, I don't even need a traditional ruler. If I have a functional local government chairman, because they are the closest to the people. They take care of primary healthcare. There are certain ailments, 80% of sicknesses or 70% that we are dealing with as humans. Primary healthcare can handle it. If you have a functional primary healthcare center, it's only when it's properly equipped, but it's only when it's a little above them that you go to the secondary or the tertiary where you meet the specialist. But these area council chairmen, they are not doing anything. That's why I keep calling on EFCC. I'm not saying don't go after governors. I'm not saying don't go after the former president or ministers who stole money or who people. But this area council, when was the last time you had EFCC or ICPC picking any area council chairman or former one?
I don't think they have immunity.
And they don't have immunity. They are not doing anything. They are supposed to affect people directly, because if you have an early year primary school that is, good and a decent environment for children to learn, you have a primary healthcare center. If your wife has a health issue, or my own wife, you won't bother much. You will need to go to that place and get the basics. Let's
go for this commercial. When we come back, I'll let you wrap up, even though I have a point I would like to raise in this matter.
No problem, sir. Thank you.
We'll be back in a moment. Whether you're flying for a family celebration,
We're on 95.1 Nigeria Info, and the show is What's Happening in Abuja, an Abuja-centered program where we're looking at matters that concern us directly here in the nation's capital. I've got a distinguished Honorable Mazi Destiny Anthony. I think I found a very, very good nickname to give you. So again, I'm saying you should work on it. Anyway, so we've been talking about the infrastructural development in Abuja, and whether that has created a bigger divide between the elite and the masses.
True.
The social economical gap has widened as a result of it, and you've made very salient points that it's just 2 years into this administration. And if this much has been done, well, I mean, I think it would be rather unfair for anyone to say, nah, they will not do anything else. I mean, you just have to wait till the tenure is over before you now give a final jury or verdict. But when you were speaking, Mazi Destiny,
yes, sir.
You said one of your submissions. You said that. You gave the illustration of, let's assume I have a land somewhere,
place,
and road development went there. If I bought you gave the example of the guy that bought the land for about
40 million.
And now it's about 300 million plus. I believe that it is just a tiny fraction of the entire populace of the FCT that have 40 million naira to buy a land.
Yeah, you have a point.
So I have some statistics here. Households in the urban FCT, like Mitama, Asokoro, Wusegarki, reportedly earn on average over 70% more than their counterparts in rural areas or in rural area councils like Kwali, like Kuje. It also says that, talking about wealth concentration, the overall Nigerian economic inequality, which is reflected acutely in Abuja here, shows that the wealthiest 20% of Nigerians control 42% of the national income, while the poorest 20% share a mere 70%. And that shows a huge disparity there.
True.
It says that I have here in my notes, Abuja's opulent districts physically demonstrates this concentration of wealth. And you look at a critical example. On this side of the road, you have Nikon Junction that leads into Mitama. On the other side, you have Mitama Extension. That is the cute. Gishiri. That's a cute name. But you and I know that it's Gishiri. You know, I think
much love to people in Gishiri.
No. I mean, they are enjoying because the bridge from where's it called now? From this junction,
the Nikon Junction.
Nikon Junction. That bridge leads right into Gishiri,
connecting to Jahi.
I do not know if it goes all the way down.
The road connects to Jahi.
All the way down to the. I've not been to the end.
Oh no,
that's Gishiri
from that
town
from
where that market
Gishiri,
is.
That road straight to Jahi.
Oh,
connecting to that same new road that Jahi where you have Living Faith. You know, there's an overhead bridge there from Kopwa. That Gishiri road takes you straight to
all
that
the
Jahi.
way there. Yeah. Amazing. So that means that I don't know what's going to happen to that settlement.
Some of them are still there. You know, we discussed the issue that time about people living. You know, some indigenes are still there, and then we are also settled. But one Wike did at the point when some of them were like, "Oh, we are not living," blah blah blah. He now said, "Give them land," but he insisted that you must also take your money so that the land that they are giving you, you also, you know, use it for something.
To develop.
What the issue we have, not just in this administration. Previously, most of them will go collect money and squander the money. You won't use it to get yourself a new place. Do you understand me? But however, most of them, the indigenes, also complain that they are being undercompensated. What you are paying them is not up to what they are losing. And that was why I also said on this program, even my good friend Honorable Dahia, he's also part of this Townhall. I also said it. He was there that day. If what you are being offered is not enough, don't even take it. If you are taking this thing from me and it's 10 million naira and you're giving me 2.
Yeah.
I should be able to say, no, Gab, please, it's 10.
This thing
if you
is
give
10.
me 2, I can't get another one.
But Mazi Destiny, the problem with this, there's a current issue. I've been following the issue in Oworoshoki in Lagos.
Yeah.
That place is very ancestral to Lagos indigenes,
the
particularly
indigenes of
the ones from Ebutemeta.
Ebutemeta, okay.
That Oworoshoki axis from that side, just living by that into the fringes of Makoko, all of that axis, Bariga, they are currently on the matter. I learned that the Lagos State government. I'm sorry, I'm deviating here, but I'm using this to drive
to a point.
Drive home a point. The point here is this: if there are 200 aggrieved persons, let's say the Oga at the top, in this case, the minister or the governor is not aware. Yeah. But the actual fact is, out of 200, maybe only 140 would eventually get settled.
Get something. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of chua that goes on.
True.
So that your name is on the list in the first place, you thank God.
Yeah.
Because you go cry,
and nobody will answer.
So I think that is why many people, anyone would just give them, they collect. But half bread is better than none.
Me, I will say half bread is better than chin. The angle I'm coming from, you know why I made that statement?
Yes, please.
It is your right. When they moved the capital from Lagos to Abuja, we know that we have humans here. People are living in this FCT,
right?
And they are not spirits. So they've made I appreciate the indigenes of this FCT made a huge sacrifice in saying, come and site the federal capital in our own area, and we appreciate them for that. However, there is actually do I say it as a document that when you are relocating them, how it's supposed to be, get the place ready before you move them. And that was why I also advocated on this same platform that don't just give them a piece of land, give them 1 million, 2 million, and then chase them to go to that place. Make sure that there is school for them. Make sure that there is clinic, markets, so that their women can have a place to go do their thing.
And this is the problem. Have these things been met? Because going back to where I started from after we came back from the break, is the fact that let's leave people that have 40 million, 30 million to buy land.
Yeah.
There's a large population of people who are struggling in Abuja.
There was a statistic that you released. Let me just say something.
Yes, please.
It looks like 20%
are sharing
about 7%. Almost
70%
70% of our income. I think it's not everywhere in the world, but if you pick a state like US today, who we seem to copy, if you use your phone and Google the richest people in that particular country, I think even the wealth of one man, Elon Musk alone, his wealth alone, it will take almost 80% of Americans if they gather their money together.
But Mazi Destiny, if I'm going there.
But I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm coming.
Okay.
But at the same time, see what we need to advocate in Nigeria, this is my own country, is if you have some countries today that we clap that they are doing well and that life is better, it's not like everybody there is a multimillionaire. Do you understand me? But there are basic things that you don't have to beg for or pray for. Somebody was, trying to make a joke about me as a non-religious person, but somebody came to my defense because we were all laughing about it. And the person said, if you go to a place like Canada and some of these other countries, Europe and so on, you'll be like Destiny now. Mazi Destiny, you'll be like him. Because you pray for everything in Nigeria. But out there, you are sure that when your wife gives birth, you even get something from government. That you have a baby. They will take care of the education, the basic things you get. If our leaders here, it's not like the resources is not there. It's that same corruption that we are talking about. Because this disparity, this huge gap that you're talking about, the haves and those who don't have, is corruption. Because you take, for instance, Gabriel Specter is the governor of, let's say, Nigeria Info State. And every month, he gets, let's say, 100 million naira from government
as allocation.
And he generates 200 million internally to also work with. That is 300 million. Instead of using this 300 to fix their schools, give them good education, do the basic, make roads for them, provide the electricity to help other small companies, businesses that will employ 1 or 2 people, and life goes on. He decides to steal all of them. A governor in this same Nigeria paid school fees in dollars ahead for children that he doesn't know if they will be alive when they will exhaust that school fees that he paid. I didn't mention anybody's name, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
In this same country, somebody stole a huge amount of money, acquired some properties everywhere in Nigeria, and you couldn't, where he came from, he couldn't put in a good hospital that he can take his child who has a kidney problem, and he went abroad and misbehaved. He's still in jail today. You served up to a point that you're almost number 4 citizen of this country.
Right.
You see, when you deal with this corruption issue, as they are dealing with in other places, in a country like France today, one of their presidents is in jail, right?
Yeah.
For what he did.
Sarkozy.
In South Korea, the other one, it wasn't just stealing, just that he get a gift from either Samsung or Hyundai, gave you some money during campaign or something. He went to jail and lost his office.
Yeah.
If we can do that here, this balance that we are talking, we come in. You and I, we don't need to be as rich as Aliko Dangote or Femi Otedola, but we have good life.
So you're saying that if corruption is taken care of, basic things are catered for.
Everybody can be a multi-billionaire.
All right.
But everybody can be so comfortable enough, Gabriel, that even if what they are paying you in Nigeria is for, let's say, 100,000 naira, you won't struggle because you know your child gets quality primary education free.
Yeah.
Those a small illness, you can go to, you don't bother. If you need madam calls you, please, I'm going to health center. You don't bother. You have a functional health insurance. In Nigeria, health insurance is almost as useless as anything because it doesn't make sense to me. I've taken people to hospital. They are on what they call the Nigerian health insurance, whatever scheme or something. And the hospital is asking you to go outside and buy medication, pay for this. So what is the insurance for?
The pharmacy is poorly stocked. It's poorly stocked. Let's hear from our listeners on this matter. If I get your submission right, Mazi Destiny,
yes,
you're
sir.
saying that the current state of inequality in terms of wealth sharing in the FCT is as a result of past anomalies. And we cannot pin it down. Corruption, and we cannot pin it down on this present administration.
It didn't start today now.
Of course, it didn't.
It didn't start today.
But then again, there's this place around Karu. If you're around Karu roundabout, you don't want to go towards Karu Bridge, but you want to go to Nyanya.
Nyanya, yeah.
So just around that, it's the roundabout has 4 roads.
Yes, sir.
If you're coming from what's this place now? From the hill, right? To the left is to the bridge. To the right is to corner shop.
Yeah.
Straight ahead. Just after you go straight ahead, before you make a bend to your left, there's this compound, and I wonder what is going on there. This federal urban mass transit scheme buses.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, over 100
packed in that
are
place.
packed there. There's another plaza at Utako just beside Julius Berger. There's another.
Kubwa Express. There is another place where they have a lot of those buses packed.
And I'm thinking.
And we are looking for buses to move people.
And I was coming to work this morning. I'm usually fortunate because I've been on Hard Facts. So I come in around 12:01. No, 12:01 in the afternoon. Where things
are calm.
I was coming this morning. Boy, oh boy. It was welcome back to Abuja for me. 0700 951 0000. 0809-597-4869. The number of persons I saw at the bus stop, I'm like, oh yeah, everybody is a cab man in Abuja. You see people with, the biggest of cars.
It's sad. It's sad because those buses, how much will it cost to fix them, put them on the road, and give them cheaper fuel to move people?
I'm personally interested in finding out what is going on with those buses. Because is it that the buses are not good? Is it that we do not have drivers? Is it the management? It is.
Gabriel, no go. They take paracetamol on top this area because the person who is supposed to use that money to fix those buses, he doesn't have need for it. He has enough to drive maybe 2 SUVs, will bring him to office and go back. So he doesn't care about whether how you're going to move from Masaka or Mararaba to town.
But the problem is that if we do not, this is the problem. If we do not people are having transport issues.
Serious challenges
are packed. It's not one or two.
Many. On Kobo Express,
it is very illogical. It doesn't make sense to logical reasoning. I'm just thinking here. And, my investigative journalist part of me just kicked in.
That
like, I want to understand. For the sake of understanding, I don't even want to drag anybody. I just want to understand waiting they go on for here. Anyways, let's get to hear from you. Who is our caller here this morning? Good morning.
Yeah, big one.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. God bless you, sir.
Welcome. How is Dubai this morning?
Yes, sir. Dubai is good and calm.
Welcome.
Big my head in the studio.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I think everything that you have been saying to be just touching one part, that is transportation. I want to appreciate our FCT minister for doing a great job. Even I'm not in Dubai, but I can feel the he's doing from here because we are talking about what to blessing. But one part I want to that will really touch people most. You talk about health sector, you talk about transportation that will touch the main people now because of the accident. You talk about our buses that are parked somewhere. For everything to go in Nigeria, we need to put in our force, number one, our law. People cannot pay, yes, that is where people can hit Nigerian money. Because those cars, they are bought to pass for taxpayers' money. Those buses are bought with taxpayers' money and are just wasting there. I can tell you, we buy and only something that is taxi everywhere here, run by government. You cannot see anyone back somewhere because they maintain it every day, not until the car break down. So what am I saying is that the project that is the life of people, transportation. Let them those buses and put it on the ship fuel, and they can transport people with a very cheap rate. And that's I have a request.
Oh my God. But Pastor, you'd have to call us back.
The network connection is very poor.
I have been trying to manage, but it wasn't working. Dr. Pete says, Nigeria Info, FCT, let's examine the fact. It says, removal of FCT from the TSA, dramatically increasing the money available to the FCT. Award of large road, renovation of conference center, contracts that can attract large kickbacks that predecessors could not award. Meanwhile, water supply, health centers, refuse disposal, public transport, school feeding, etc. that affect the majority is neglected. The masses should be prioritized and taken care of first. I'm not a praise singer, Dr. Pete says. All right. Let's take this one first. Okay, this is a request. Let's listen to this voice note.
Good morning, Mazi and Mr. Gabriel. I want to disagree somehow with what Mazi has been saying about what causes the increment in rent and whatsoever. Where I live in Duse. We don't have good roads. We don't have water. We don't have the basic amenities. Everything is being provided by us. Now, our landlord recently came, and this is the new pattern they do in this Abuja. They will come and do this polystyrene POP in your room while you are still living inside the house, and you have to give them chance for them to do that. And after doing it, you end up getting a letter from them increasing your rent. In this my own area, it's not like we have the one of the worst roads. You have to clean your shoes well before you enter your house, unless you carry the potter and whatever enter into your room. Now you enter into our compound, it's not looking good, it's not looking neat, it's not looking okay. because it's a very old house. Forget that inside is now looking okay with the polystyrene. But now you increase rent from 500,000 to 1.5 million. How is that not wickedness? Most of these landlords are just being wicked. They are being inhuman. It's not all about development. In some areas, there is no development, but they will just do one kind refurbishment or whatever, and tell you that the rent has been increased. Seriously, government needs to step in and help us here. It's not funny again. Unless they want all of us to leave the city for them, we'll leave it. But it's not showing that development is coming.
The brother that just sent a voice note, not all the houses in Duse have a government paper. So if you are complaining about road, if government decide they want to, bring road in Duse, a lot of the houses are going to go, and people will still cry. Then secondly, he mentioned the increase, landlords moving rent from 500 to 1.5. So you see, each time we sit down and we point Tinubu and we call him names, we call Wike names, we call our governors name that they are this and that. We too. Now our own wars pass. The house that you moved from 500 to 1.5 million, when did you build that house? How much was bag of cement? But you see, as it is, Nigerians, we have a way of always looking for how to take advantage of ourselves instead of helping ourselves. It's okay to call the president, call governors, call ministers. How have you been kind to your fellow brother? You just feel it's an opportunity. Let me now exploit everybody. So you're not going to blame government for this one. Secondly, I think National Assembly, they are trying to bring a law. I don't know how far they've gone with that, so that, people, I think that has to do with rent, somebody asking you to pay for 2 years or something. But I think they're also doing something about the rent control or something, so that people can't just be
arbitrarily increasing the, because that government intervention has got to show up.
It needs to be there, because if you leave it to Nigerians, I tell you, we are very mean to ourselves. Look at just small fuel scarcity. An attendant, you go to a petrol station, they have like 50 pumps, so they will lock all of them. I'm using one. So the queue will be from here to Zuba. Are you going to blame the government for that one? So please, it's okay to blame this person. So did you say you're crying? I stay in Kubwa. I want roads. But you see, it will come with a cost. If Mike says that he's going to take, for instance, Pape, for instance, now, and they say if they decide to go and take good roads inside Pape, a lot of hundreds of thousands of people will be homeless. Because government, once they provide that road, they are going to take over those lands.
Mazi, I think this leads to another critical issue. One that perhaps the minister of the FCT, within now and the next 2 years, should he remain the FCT, should the president remain president beyond 2027. When these lands are sold, somebody awarded the documentation from certain, I don't want to call names.
The names of the offices. No, but you know the one that we are talking about. These are some lands that you bought from indigenes.
I understand.
That you have your chief paper. But when Wike came in, he tried to do something to sort that a little bit out. Where it's like you go to local government, register your land, then from there you can come to Aegis or so and get a correct CFO instead of you losing your land, and which was a good one. But I think the challenge we had was the amount that they fixed. I think that case is still in court or something, that people were to pay to get that thing. That his move was a good one. But the challenge I have with that was the amount that people will pay to get that paper is on the high side. So I think that what I expect him to do, or his office to do, is to bring that the price or the amount that people are supposed to pay to get that paper, so that you don't need to lose your land because I bought it from Chief Gabriel. Do you understand? I can go to government, regularize it, register it, and then
but then when a piece of land that is supposed to be according to the plan, is supposed to be part of a major road, was sold, I like you said, if development is going to get there.
When they want to do that, look at how it goes. For those, because in most places, people always map out road. There is a place I went to this morning. I saw there was a little diversion. You can see that guy left his own land that is like close to that place, extended his fence to this point. So for people to now get through to the other place, you have to turn. So somebody like that, if that place needs to go to straighten the road and then let there be space. We're a situation where, because of that thing that he did, if you are driving and you're coming, I had to wait for you to pass first, because the way he extended his fence, he had narrowed the particular. So if government comes now, that same one will be crying. Meanwhile, they sold the land to that point where you have the clock, and you decided to extend your fence. You can even see that in some places. In fact, there is one that government, they demolished in Maitama here, owned by police also. There is a high tension there. I can drive you to that place, close to Maitama General Hospital. They have reporters, their police. They extended their fence. Now, that high tension is now in that space. Is that right? I think we can ask them to demolish the place. Now, for the safety of the people in that, you can't bring in a high tension. That wire can, cut any time.
Yeah.
What if you have a child in that place?
It's not even safe.
That is not safe.
It's not safe.
So you can see that abuse. So if government, they will not say, oh, they don't come. Meanwhile, you are the one who went to the bush and fetch anti-infested firewood.
Yeah. All right. The Queen says, hello, Gabriel and Mazi. I think prioritizing on the road infrastructure by the FCT minister is on point. I don't think you, Gabe, Mazi, and I will be in the FCT shining if roads were not constructed from our states to FCT or within our state of origin.
Yeah.
Like Mazi said, in the underdeveloped part of FCT, there might be lands for schools, hospitals, market, etc. But if no road, how will those places develop? A medical doctor can build a hospital. A person can build a shopping plaza or village market. We can provide power ourselves, but can anyone construct road alone?
True.
It's capital intensive. She says. And I look at those other amenities or infrastructure. I look at those other amenities or infrastructure. Local government councils are meant to build markets,
and
parks. Parks, schools, etc. The Queen. All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, on point.
Thank you so much, Queen, for dropping your message here. But I am still very, very mindful, because you see, the organ of the heart of any government is its workforce.
True.
Is the labor force.
True.
Either we talk about civil servanthood, or you talk about the micro and small to medium enterprises, the MSMEs.
Yeah.
These are crucial factors to the development of any nation.
Yeah.
And when people are struggling on this front, I know that we've been able to look at this issue. There's got to be, in our opinion,
yes, sir,
critically concerted, urgent and earnest approach to addressing the needs of the internal organs. And this is my opinion. But we'll talk more, just to feel a little bit more. I can see some other messages coming in. But let's go for this commercial, and we're back in a bit.
At special price. Book your ticket until for flights between September 15th and December 15th. For